Hi everyone, in today's video we will discuss everything about the concept of unified modeling language, and we also call it as UML. So in our last videos we have discussed various object-oriented methodologies suggested by James Rumbaugh, Jacobson and Grady Booch. James Rumbaugh suggested that if you use data flow diagrams and objects in your analysis and design during the system development, then you will come up with a better system. Whereas Jacobson was saying that if you use case diagrams in your analysis and design process during the system development, then you can create the better system. Whereas Grady Booch was saying that not only data flow diagrams, object diagrams, use case diagrams are required for you to design and develop a better system. Along with these diagrams, you also need other diagrams as well, like class diagrams, activity diagrams, sequence diagrams, state transition diagrams, okay, object diagrams, data flow diagrams. Okay, you require all these diagrams to analyze and design and develop a better system. Okay, so that's what this UML concept is all about. So this UML, which stands for Unified Modeling Language, is a collection of all these various diagrams which I have told you just now. Okay, so to help the developers to come up with a better solution for the users in terms of software application, all these scientists like James Rumbaugh, Jacobson, Grady Booch, along with the cooperation of Rational Software Corporation, these scientists have developed a separate standard for developing object-oriented system, and that standard is UML, Unified Modeling Language. Okay, so now onwards, whoever or whosoever development team wants to develop the software application, they must follow this UML language or UML standards, where they have to use various diagrams which comes under UML during their analysis, design and entire development process. Okay, so now let us discuss this concept of UML with this explanation. Okay, so now the first point is this object-oriented system of notations has evolved from the work of Grady Booch, James Rumbaugh, Ivor Jacobson and the Rational Software Corporation. Okay, so along with the association of Rational Software Corporation, these three scientists has evolved a new technology or a language, and that language is called as Unified Modeling Language to properly design object-oriented system. And this UML is a combination of object-oriented notations or diagrams which we can use at the time of analyzing and designing the system. Now the next point is these renowned scientists fuse their respective technologies into a single standard model. Okay, yes, that's what I told you. So these renowned scientists have combined their respective research to come up with a single standard model, and that model is Unified Modeling Language. Okay, next point is now UML is accepted by Object Management Group as the standard for modeling object-oriented programs. Okay, so with the efforts of these three scientists along with the association of Rational Software Corporation, they got success in designing a standard, or they got a success in developing a standard model for designing object-oriented system. That's why they got the acceptance from the Object Management Group, and they have given them the permission to use this standard for modeling object-oriented systems. Okay, so now whosoever wants to develop the software application, now they can use their work in the form of UML diagrams while developing the system. Okay, now the next is model. Okay, so now model is an abstract representation of system constructed to understand the system prior development. This model is an abstract representation of a system, okay, where we have designed the model or the prototype of the system based on the collected requirements to further understand the requirements. And this model, or we can also call it as the prototype, will be always developed prior the development get started. Okay, so that prior the development, if development team will have any confusion on their minds regarding the specifications, regarding the requirements, regarding the features, then all those confusions will get cleared with the help of the model. Okay, so for designing the model we can use this UML notations. Now the next one is why modeling? What is the use of using modeling? So building a model prior development is like creating a blueprint for building a large construction. Yes, the same activity civil engineers used to do in their work. Okay, so prior building the construction, they always used to make a blueprint of that construction, and that blueprint will give them a clear picture about that construction. Okay, so this modeling is also similar to that blueprint. This model will also give us the clarity in terms of specification, clarity in terms of requirements, clarity in terms of features and functionalities that we will be going to add in the system. Okay, so that's why the model is been considered as a blueprint. Okay, now the next point is modeling is essential for communication among project teams. Okay, so we can use the model or the prototype to have a communication between the project teams. If is there any confusion between the team members of the project, and then we can solve those confusions with the help of this model. Now the next point is it provides fundamental modeling concepts. Yes, modeling using unified modeling language provides the fundamental concepts used at the time of designing the model. Yes, this unified modeling language encourages us to use the various notations like squares, rectangles, ovals, arrows. Okay, all these fundamental concepts we will use with the help of this object modeling technique, and these notations, these various notations will help us in further understanding the problem statement. Now the next is yes, this it provides various notations to graphically render the model. Yes, this modeling concept or the unified modeling language provides us various notations to graphically represent or render the model in front of the client. Next, visual notation provides benefits like clarity, familiarity, and maintenance. So these visual notations provides various benefits like it provides clarity in terms of understanding, it provides familiarity towards the model or the problem, and it also provides maintenance of the system. Okay, so these are the various reasons why we should use the modeling technique. Okay, so this is everything about the explanation on unified modeling language. Now we will see the advantages of unified modeling language. Now we will see what are those various advantages of unified modeling language concept. The first one is easy to express complex ideas. Okay, because here in the unified modeling language focuses on making analysis and design process using various types of diagrams and notations, and these diagrams and notations will help us to make a solution for complex problems. Okay, because the diagrams and notations always helps in understanding the concept properly, so that's why we can easily understand the complex problems with the help of this unified modeling language concept. Next one is reduction of complexity. Yes, we can reduce the complexity during the system. Next one is cost is lower. Okay, so the model usually will be developed at the initial stages of the development. Okay, where we have to confirm the requirements and the functionalities with the client. Okay, if we made the model at the initial stages, then we can show the model to the customer and we can take the approval from the client. Okay, so once the client approves the model, then the only thing which is left is to start the development. Okay, at this time we don't have to think about whether the system will going to accept or reject from the client. Now at this point we know that the client will not going to reject the system, so we will not surely get the loss in terms of money. Okay, so now manipulation is easier. Okay, so if we have a proper model of the system, with that we can clearly understand the complete architecture of the system and the flow between the various components of the system. So if tomorrow anything goes wrong, if the system sent back to the developers to make changes in the system, then the manipulation or the updation will be easier, because we will refer the model which we had created at the time of initial phases, of development, we can refer that same model to make changes in the system. Okay, so now I am sure you guys have understood the advantages of unified modeling language. Now the next one is static model. Okay, the static model is used to specify the structure of the objects. Okay, so this static model is something with which we can demonstrate the outer features of the system. Okay, we will represent what are the objects involved in the system and how these objects are interacting with each other. Okay, so the interaction is between the objects are static, not dynamic. These can be expressed using class objects and use case diagrams. Okay, so this type of static modeling will be represented using the objects diagrams and use case diagrams. Okay, now the next we have dynamic model. Dynamic model refers to represent the object interactions during the runtime. Okay. These dynamic models helps us to understand the dynamic behavior of the system, how user will be interacting with the system and how system will be responding to the user's queries. Okay, all those interactions, all the dynamic behavior of the system will be represented properly or easily with the help of this dynamic model. Okay, and for demonstrating the dynamic behavior of the model, we will use various interaction diagrams like activity diagrams, sequence diagrams and collaboration diagrams. Okay, so these various diagrams can help us in identifying the behavior between the various objects. Okay, so this is everything about the advantages of unified modeling language, and then a little bit of explanation on static model and dynamic model. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have understood, and that's all for this lesson, and thanks for watching.